Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Today I thought I'd share with you some pretty big gaming predictions that I have for this year. Most of these things are either games that are going to be announced or not announced, or just, sort of big things that are going to be happening in gaming. So my first big prediction is that Fallout 4 will be announced, and with that will come a trailer. So, Elder Scrolls Online pretty much finished now, and it's going to be released in April, and obviously that'll be, regardless if that's big or not, I'm sure Bethesda have a lot of plans for Fallout 4, I'm sure it's already heavily under development, and regardless of how Elder Scrolls Online goes, I think Fallout 4 will be a huge success. My next prediction is that Call of Duty will lose a lot of fans this year, as games like Destiny and Titanfall and other FPS games really start to take over and redefine the FPS scene. For me, Call of Duty's been dead for a little while now. Battlefield 4, although it's good, didn't feel amazing. It didn't really blow me away or anything, although I'm enjoying it quite a lot. It's the only game I'm playing right now. It hasn't blown me away, whereas games like Destiny and Titanfall and a few other sort of FPS games, I really feel like, particularly Destiny, mainly because it's a multi-platform game, I feel like it's definitely going to redefine the sort of FPS gaming, and because it's sort of an MMO, it's really going to change the way it's played and stuff like that. Titanfall really does look like a pretty fun arcadey sort of FPS game, so I think Call of Duty is going to lose a lot of fans this year. My next big prediction is that The Elder Scrolls Online will get many mixed reviews. People are either going to really love it or hate it, and I don't think it's going to be one of those games that is just, underlooked at. I think it's going to be a game that a lot of people are going to either get or return and stuff like that. It's definitely going to be a game that's filled with hate and love. The reason I'm saying this is because right now, as it stands, there's so many people out there that are skeptical and really don't like the direction that the game's going in. And there are so many other people that are really confident about it, and because it's an MMO, there's a lot of MMO fans that are going to be attracted towards it that haven't really played many Elder Scrolls games before. I think it will be a good game for MMO fans, but I am scared that with the monthly subscription, it's going to be a really unpopular game, and not to mention the fact that of what we've seen so far, it's not a drastic step in MMOs, and it feels like, it just isn't what we wanted from the next Elder Scrolls game. Despite the fact that, I really did want a game where an Elder Scrolls game where I could play with my mates, I don't know if this is going to be the game for that. So, definitely on the edge about this game, but in the same way, I'm still fairly excited about it. So, this isn't really a prediction for this next one. It's more of a thing I'm more excited for, and I definitely think this is going to change, particularly PlayStation gaming for this year, is Uncharted 4. Obviously, it's been revealed, and I'm sure they're going to show us some gameplay, and I'm sure the graphics, despite the fact that we're already prepared for something pretty awesome, I think the physics and the graphics are really going to blow us away. And even if it doesn't come out, I definitely think it's a much needed game to come to the PS4. Right now, I feel like there's not that many good games out at the moment, and obviously this year is going to be great, and I'm sure Uncharted 4 will be great as well, especially for the PS4. Another prediction for the PlayStation is that The Order 1886, Infamous Second Son, Drive Club, and other PS exclusives are going to be really popular and really going to help PlayStation really move away from Xbox. Despite the fact that I do think Xbox seems like a pretty decent system, not like I have it, of just what I've heard, it seems alright. I feel like a lot of the awesome exclusives coming this year, and the fact that the PS4 is just in general a slightly better console, is really going to help it push away from the Xbox, and it's really going to be a big year for the next generation of consoles. Another prediction I have is that Halo 5 will finally get announced, and I definitely think this is going to be really good for Xbox gamers, especially people that are on the edge right now and really want to play Halo and don't know if they should go to PS4 or an Xbox. I think this will help Microsoft a lot and the Xbox a lot in pushing a lot of the Halo fans towards the Xbox. Especially now that Bungie are pretty much finished with Destiny. But another thing that I'm sort of interested to see is just how Halo would go right now if it was released this year. Obviously it won't be, but if it was released this year, I'm just interested to see how it would go compared to all the other FPS games, particularly Destiny, because Destiny seems like a lot of PlayStation gamers' answer to Halo, so that's just something to consider as well. So another prediction is that Battlefield 5 will be announced. Now this is something that I kind of hope doesn't happen. In another way, I sort of really hope it does, because Battlefield 4, it was more or less just a port from the other generation, the PS3 and the Xbox. Despite the fact that obviously the whole engine is new, it still felt sort of, it didn't feel like it was a complete move over to the PS4. And despite the fact that it's a really fun game and the destructible environments are good, it has many flaws, many flaws, and I would like to see another Battlefield, but in another way, I really don't want them to go down the same track as Call of Duty and just make one every year, but for some reason, I feel like they will, and I'm not sure if DICE will make it this year, but it doesn't really matter who makes it, but I feel like it definitely will come out in the next 2 years, and it's going to be another pretty big game. Another big thing that I'm predicting is that E3 will be one of the best ever. The main reason I'm saying this is because now that the PS4 and the Xbox One are coming out, you think that heaps of developers, including indie developers, are really going to try and get their games out there. I'm thinking games like Uncharted 4 are really going to get a lot of show, games like The Order, and I could really go on forever about games that are going to be shown, but definitely going to be a really interesting E3. Another big prediction I have is that Half-Life 3 won't be announced, to many Half-Life fans' disapproval, I suppose you could say. Despite the fact that we all want to see it, I'm just scared that it's not going to come for a while, if it ever does come. Despite the fact that it has been teased a lot, I feel like it would have already been sort of announced if it was set to come out this year. Maybe next year, but just as far as it seems right now, it doesn't look like it's going to happen yet. So my last prediction is that The Witcher 3 will get Game of the Year. Now this is a bit biased right now because it's obviously, for me, the game that I'm most excited for, but I just think that this game is sort of going to be like the Skyrim of 2011. Was it 2011? I think it was 2011. But it's just going to be that game that pretty much every RPG fan and just pretty much everyone in general just owns and loves, and it's going to be one of those games you can always come back to. Despite the fact that The Division, Watch Dogs, Destiny, Metal Gear Solid, Titanfall, all those great games are coming out. But I've just got really high hopes for this game. I don't know what it is about this game that I'm really excited for, but I just feel like it's going to be a lot of people's answer to the big next game, and definitely a game that I'm looking forward to. So leave a comment, let me know what games or announcements and stuff like that you guys are looking forward to this year. It should be one of the best years for gaming this year, I'm really hoping. And yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys later.